moving on to Williams. Look, I'll start off here. The Carlos Sainz era is here.
Smooth operator.
It is the Carlos Sainz time for Williams. It's the Carlos Sainz time for James Vowles, for Alex Albon. And look, Alex Albon is no slouch, but with this new dynamic duo, as it pertains to Melbourne, I think the key question we have to ask here is who's going to come out on top for the first race.
Right.
Who's going to set that precedent of, I'm here. This is my team, or it's my team if you're Alex Albon.
I mean, for Alex Albon, he's always been the number one driver whenever it comes to his time in F1. And I think now,
well, maybe not always.
Well, maybe not always, but for majority of the time, especially these past few years. And I think now and even he was even talking about it last year where he wanted Carlos. I mean, who doesn't want, Carlos Sainz, right? That's a proven vet. He's got race wins under his belt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a proven winner. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see, but it's going to be tough, right? Because like Alex Albon, he's going to have to take that step back. He's going to have to let Carlos take the reins because he's obviously driver number one.
Sure.
Carlos is going to be driver number one. And I think like you said, Carlos is going to be driver number one, but if Albon is topping him in times or Albon is out qualifying him, that's going to be a problem for Williams, right?
I mean, not so much a problem. Like, it's a performance thing. At the end of the day, whoever leads points or whoever is leading consistently.
That's all James Vowles cares about.
I mean, that's going to be your number one. The Williams as an organization have been saying for years that they're looking towards the next regulation set, but you had some pretty strong, ambitious goals for Williams this year. You think they're going to be a P5 team?
I think they're going to be a P5 team. I think they're going to finish at fifth in the constructors.
I mean, they had some strong showings at testing, but look, you take everything at testing with a grain of salt.
I said that. Your eyes went wide. You were questioning me. I felt the hatred from your screen in Dallas to mine in Fort Worth, but there were some people and I get it. Testing is testing, and we'll really see this weekend in Melbourne, but and all the weekends going forward. But there were some other people that were like, hey, Williams is looking really solid. Sorry, Atlassian Williams is looking really solid. So we don't
have to do title sponsor for team names here, but
is it outlandish?
Look,
yes,
Williams had a nice time on day 2 of testing, and everybody got really excited because Carlos Sainz put the Williams with the fastest lap in Bahrain, right? But at the end of the day, testing is still something you have to take with a huge grain of salt. I mean, look, McLaren had some really strong times in testing as well, but the problem
that's because they're the greats.
Well, the problem with testing is you don't know what fuel loads they're running on, what kind of simulation work they're trying to do within that run. What was the other point I was trying to make there? Fuel loads, testing, blah blah. Yeah. Well, as well as higher compounds. Yeah, there's a completely different initiative when it comes to every single one of these teams as they walk through testing, and you're not trying to overload the engine as well within these programs because hey, you only have but so many engines to walk through an entire Formula One season with.
Right.
So, as it pertains to Williams walking into this weekend,
to sum it up, I think if you can get a double points finish from Williams this weekend, that would be an incredible start.
That's an amazing start for Williams. I 100% agree with you. But do I think they're going to do it? I'm waiting to be proven wrong.
So would you say a successful weekend for Williams is one driver in the points?
Yeah. Considering they finished P9 last year, getting points consistently is going to be a huge deal, right? So just having Carlos Sainz in your team is one thing, but you also have to have the car underneath the driver to get there.